Chosen one, pause for a second. Feel that stirring? That sudden realization deep inside you? It's not random. It's divine intervention. Heaven has been waiting for this exact moment. Waiting for you. Your life is not meant to fade with time. The world may tell you otherwise. You've seen the signs in the mirror. Tired eyes, a wrinkle here, restless nights. They whisper, you're running out of time. But your spirit refuses to agree. Because inside you is a fire that never dies. And that flame is not human. It is the very breath of God. You are not designed for decline. While others accept fading strength, you are called into divine renewal. Like a river that never runs dry, your soul carries endless rejuvenation. Elon Musk knows this truth too. While the world said, you're finished, Tesla will fail, SpaceX is impossible, he refused to accept decay. He tapped into a relentless source of renewal, vision, courage, faith. And because of that, nations move when he speaks. So hear this. Your winter was never death. It was preparation. Just like a barren tree that looks lifeless in the cold, the world thought you were finished. But deep inside, the sap has been moving. And now, your spring is here. New life, new strength, new destiny will bloom from you. In Psalms 1, chapter 103, the Bible makes a declaration. He fulfills your desire with wonderful things in verse 5. So that, like the eagles, your youth is restored. It's not for anyone else. This is what you're promising to do now. Not a single year that seemed to be squandered was. Each hushed prayer amid the shadows. Heaven counted every tear that no one else witnessed. Raindrops were dripping upon arid terrain, preparing for the sprouting of seeds of rebirth. The threshold of change was what seemed like fatigue. Allow me to share a selected one's tale with you. They believed that their prime was over. They examined lost chances. A change started when they realized that their bodies felt heavy and came to the conclusion that from here, it's only downhill. But in a moment of surrender, they turned to God. Joy's laughter returned. They were aware that youth had never left them as their eyes became brighter and their movements became lighter. It awaited the grace of heaven to revive it. The world says no one can resist time, but you are not resisting. You are stepping into a higher dimension where time no longer rules you. That is why your battles have been fiercer. Because the enemy saw the crown of unfading glory prepared for you and tried to wear you down before you could claim it. And yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still listening. That alone is undeniable proof that heaven's plan over your life cannot be destroyed. Now, take a prophetic step. If this word resonates in your spirit, let not remain silent. Comment the numbers 777 below. It is not just digits on a screen. It is your declaration. I choose renewal. I awaken to my eternal youth. And if you feel the weight of this word, I invite you like this message. Share it to sow seeds of hope into others. And subscribe so that you stay connected to the stream of promise being poured out. Not for numbers, not for applause, but because every action you take is a prophetic alignment with what heaven is speaking. Chosen one, remember this. The mirror no longer defines you. The hourglass no longer counts against you. You have just opened the first door into the gift heaven has kept with your name on it. Walk with confidence. You're not bound by age. You are sealed in eternal youth. Chosen one, lean in a little closer to share the love of the angels. Write amen and contribute up to $20 with a super thank you. Let this sink deep into your heart. What you feel right now is not imagination. It is confirmation. Heaven has wrapped you in renewal. And though your eyes may not yet see all of it, your spirit already knows. Think of the dawn before the sun rises. There is silence, shadows, and chill, but the light is coming slowly at first. Then suddenly the sky is filled with gold. That is your life. You are standing at the edge of a sunrise that cannot be stopped. Do not despise small beginnings. Each step you take in faith is like a seed planted in fertile soil. It may seem hidden now, but roots are spreading deep, preparing for a harvest of youth and vitality you never thought possible. Chosen one, hold fast. You're not going back. You're breaking through. Eternal youth has already begun within you. Chosen one, You need to understand this clearly. None of what you have walked through was by accident. Every delay, every detour, every lonely night served a purpose. You may have thought the struggles were punishment or that you were forgotten, but the truth is far deeper. Those seasons were the very ground where your eternal youth is now springing forth. Consider the journey of gold through fire when placed in the furnace. It loses its impurities, but the essence remains untouched. That was you. You were never being destroyed. You were being refined. The hardships, the long waits, the unanswered questions, they shaped you, stripped away illusions, and left only what was eternal. And what is eternal cannot age, cannot decay. You may ask, why so many battles? Why so much weight on my shoulders? Because you were never ordinary. Ordinary people are not tested with extraordinary fires. You were chosen, marked, set apart. And heaven knew that to carry the gift of renewal, you had to be trained in trust. Trust does not grow in comfort. It grows in the wilderness. Think of the Israelites wandering in the desert to human eyes. It looked like wasted years. But each step in the barren sand was preparing them to inherit a land flowing with milk and honey. Your wilderness was the same. It was not wasted. It was preparing you for overflow. There's a story of one chosen one who waited years for a breakthrough. Each day felt the same, heavy and gray. Friends moved ahead. Doors seemed closed. And age whispered that it was too late. But when the season turned, everything shifted quickly. Strength returned, opportunities opened, and laughter became natural again. What looked like lost years became training years. And when their moment came, they walked into it with a depth and power they never would have had otherwise. Chosen one, your waiting has been your preparation. Without it, you would not be ready to carry the weight of eternal youth. For this gift is not only about you. To share the love of the angels, write amen, and contribute up to $20 with a super thank you. It is about the testimony that will flow from you. Others will see you renewed, and they will ask how. And in your answer, you will point them not to creams or secrets, but to the source of life itself. Think of a seed buried in the soil to the outside world. It looks like death, silent, hidden, forgotten, but beneath the ground. Life is forming. Roots die deep. The shell cracks open. What seemed like the end was the very beginning. That is your story. What felt like burial was only planting, and now the shoots of renewal are pushing upward. Chosen one, you have not been disqualified. You have been set up. Every scar, every disappointment has positioned you to appreciate the gift of renewal more deeply than anyone else could. If your life had been smooth and effortless, you would not recognize the miracle of this moment. But because you have tasted weariness, you will treasure strength because you have walked through shadows. You will honor the light. The scriptures speak in the book of Job, chapter 33, verse 25. Then his flesh is renewed like a child's. It is restored as in the days of his youth. This is not just poetry. It is a declaration over you. What you thought time had taken, God is giving back. Flesh renewed. Spirit revived. Days of youth restored. So let the lies fall away. The lie that says your best days are behind you. The lie that says you are too tired, too late, too broken. None of those voices speak truth over you. What speaks truth is the silent strength still beating in your chest. The flame that refuses to die out. That flame is proof you were chosen. When you look back one day, you will not see wasted years. You will see a divine pattern woven with precision leading you right here. And here is where the turning begins. Here is where you exchange ashes for beauty, heaviness for praise, weariness for youth renewed. Chosen one. Lift your head. You are not behind schedule. You are right on time. And time itself is bending to make room for you to walk in renewal. Chosen one. See yourself standing at the threshold of a new dawn. The weight of yesterday falls away like dust in the wind. Before you lies a path shimmering with promise lined with colors brighter than you have ever known. Step forward without fear. Every breath from now carries renewal. Every heartbeat testifies youth has returned. Chosen one, let's speak about the weight you carried. Too often you believed it was crushing you, when in truth it was shaping you. Every unseen burden, Every heavy silence in your soul was not wasted. It was chiseling you into one who could bear the crown of renewal. Think of a mountain climber pressing upward with packs strapped to their back. Each step feels slower, harder, but when they reach the summit and remove the weight, their body feels lighter than air, capable of running down with joy. That is you. The load you carried is about to be lifted, and you will discover a freedom greater than you imagined. The story is told of a chosen one who endured rejection from family, betrayal by friends, and constant pressure to quit, to share the love of the angels, write amen, and contribute up to $20 with a super thank you. Yet they pressed on. Others mocked their persistence, saying they were foolish to keep hoping. But one day, when breakthrough came, the very people who doubted stood in awe. Their scars became evidence of endurance. Their story turned into fuel for others who were still in the valley. Chosen one, this is why you could not give up. The light in you terrified darkness. The weight you carried proved your calling. Do you see it now? It was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal what cannot be broken inside you. According to the writings of the prophet Hosea, chapter 6, verse 3, let us acknowledge the Lord. Let us press on to acknowledge him. As surely as the sun rises, he will appear. He will come to us like the winter rains, like the spring rains that water the earth. Oh, spring rain does not come to punish the earth. It comes to refresh, to awaken sleeping seeds. In the same way, the burdens of your past are breaking open to release the life hidden within you. Your tears were not wasted. They were the rain that watered your own renewal. Do not despise the heaviness you endured. It carved capacity into your soul. Without that weight, you would not have the depth to carry the mantle of eternal youth. Others collapse when pressure rises, but you endured. You carried it all the way here. And now heaven is about to remove the yoke and clothe you in strength. You are proof that scars can become symbols of victory. You are evidence that what was heavy can turn into glory. And when people ask how you survived, you will not answer with bitterness. You will answer with fire in your eyes, telling them that God turned your ashes into beauty. Chosen one, Pauser. Now let this truth become alive in you. Every weight is transforming into wings. The burden you bore is about to lift you higher than those who never carried anything. And here we invite you into a prophetic act. Write in the comments just 3 words. Scars shine gold. No. Why these words? Because every scar you carry tells a story not of defeat, but of survival, not of shame, but of resilience in the hands of God. Scars do not remain wounds. They are sealed with glory. Think of ancient pottery restored with veins of gold. The cracks are not hidden. They are illuminated, making the vessel more beautiful than before. When you declare, scars shine gold, you are proclaiming that what once broke you has now become your crown. You are saying, my pain has been transformed. My scars no longer serve as a reminder of my grief. They demonstrate the brightness that shines through me. This is your chance. Selected one. Put it in writing. Have faith in it and follow the shining truth. Your scars have a genuine gold sheen. Selected one. Take a moment to breathe. The trip you have taken has not been in vain. Every wound on your body and every fissure in your heart tells a tale of perseverance. You may now observe what is known as damage. Design is heaven. Your scars aren't huge pain marks anymore. Shining seams of splendor are what they are. Your life has been put back together in a manner that makes you more luminous than before, much like the ancient craft of kintsugi, which involves using liquid gold to repair shattered pottery. There is no concealment of the broken lines. They are emphasized due to their resilience. Your scars sparkle like gold because of this. They tell the world, I was broken, but I did not stay broken. I was wounded, but I became whole again. They remind you that light is stronger than darkness, and hope is stronger than despair. Chosen one, wear your scars with honor. They are not the end of your story. They are the golden handwriting of God upon your life. Chosen one, let us move deeper into the secret of radiance. Radiance is not about the glow of skin or the brightness of eyes. It is about the light that cannot be dimmed by time. It is a flame inside of you that years cannot quench. a brilliance that trials cannot bury. Think of the diamond buried beneath the earth. For centuries, it is pressed under weight and darkness. But when brought to the surface and cut with precision, it shines with a brilliance that no shadow can overcome. That is you. The years that pressed down upon you were not for your destruction, but for your formation. What emerges now is light that grows stronger with time, not weaker. The world tells you beauty fades. The mirror insists youth is fleeting. Yet heaven whispers a different truth. You carry an eternal radiance. This radiance comes not from what you apply on the outside, but from the one who has lit a fire within you. The light he placed in you cannot wrinkle, cannot gray, cannot weaken. There is a story of a chosen one who spent years hidden, overlooked by others. They thought obscurity meant insignificance. But in the silence, they cultivated a quiet glow, kindness, patience, faith. When a moment finally came, people marveled. It was not clothing or appearance that drew attention. It was the undeniable radiance of the soul. That glow turned heads more powerfully than youth or beauty ever could. This is the secret. True radiance is ageless. Time may touch the body, but the spirit within is timeless. When the spirit is strong, it shines through the eyes, the words, even the posture of a person. This is why others look at you and sense something they cannot name. They see light breaking through cracks, and it unsettles them because darkness always fears the glow of eternity. Chosen one, do not despise the quiet flame within. Do not compare your shine to another sparkle. Diamonds and stars both glow, yet each in their own way. Your radiance is unique. It was crafted for you, designed to shine through your specific story, your particular scars, your one-of-a-kind journey. Consider the firefly in the night field. Small, fragile, unnoticed during the day. But when the darkness falls, its glow becomes undeniable. In the same way, your radiance has been hidden, waiting for the right season. Now the night grows darker around you, but that is when your light rises. The scriptures remind us through the book of Proverbs. Chapter 4, verse 18. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. This is your truth. Your light does not diminish. With years, it grows stronger, like dawn spreading across the sky. Your radiance expands, illuminating more and more as you walk forward. Chosen one, the world will measure radiance by youth, by beauty, by appearance. But heaven measures radiance by endurance, by character, by faith. When you speak words of life, you glow when you forgive instead of holding bitterness. You shine when you choose hope instead of despair. Light breaks forth from within you. Your story is not a fading star, but a rising sun. Each trial you endured has only fueled the brightness. Each tear you shed has polished the surface of your soul until it gleams with compassion. Your smile carries more power now than it ever did in your earliest years, because it comes not from naivety, but from victory. Chosen one, radiance is not a mask you put on. It is a fire that comes through even when you are weary. Have you not noticed how others lean toward you, drawn by something they cannot explain? They may not understand, but they are responding to the eternal youth glowing in your spirit. Remember this. Radiance is contagious. When you walk into a room, heaviness shifts. When you laugh, chains break. When you simply stand in stillness, the atmosphere bends. That is the power of light. It does not fight darkness. It simply shines, and darkness flees. So let your radiance shine without shame. Do not hide it. Do not dim it for the comfort of others. It was given to you as a gift and as a weapon. In your glow, chains break. In your light, others find their path. In your radiance, heaven is revealed, chosen one. The secret is out. You are more than flesh and years. You are spirit and fire, carrying a brilliance no shadow can overcome. And this radiance, this eternal youth, is already alive in you, chosen one. There has been a battle over your vitality. You may not have always seen it, but it has been very real. Darkness has always tried to steal your energy, to drain your spirit, to whisper. You are too tired, too old, too late. Every sleepless night, every heavy morning, every wave of discouragement was part of that war. Yet here you stand, still breathing, still here, still chosen. That alone proves you have not been defeated. Imagine a candle burning in a storm. The wind howls, the rain falls, the darkness presses in, but the flame refuses to die. That is you. Every force that tried to extinguish your fire has failed. And now, instead of flickering weakly, your flame is rising into a torch that lights the way for others. Chosen one. The enemy's strategy has always been exhaustion. If he could not destroy you outright, he sought to wear you down, to make you too tired to hope, too drained to pray, too weary to believe. But heaven has been restoring you. Every drop of strength you thought was gone is being refilled. The scriptures remind us in the letter to the Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 16. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. Lest this is your testimony. While others measure only what fades, you are living proof that renewal flows from within. Your inner fire grows brighter each day, and that light is spilling out into everything around you. Now pause with me here. If this message has been speaking life into your heart, I want to ask something gently, humbly, never as a demand, but as an invitation, just as the flame of your soul shines brighter when fueled. This work too requires oil for its lamp. Think of it like a well. Every time you drink from it, you are refreshed. And if you feel led, you can pour back into the well, making sure it never runs dry for the next thirsty traveler who comes along. That is what your support does. It keeps the flow alive, not just for you, but for countless others who stumble into these words needing hope. If you feel in your spirit to respond, you can like this message. It lets the flame spread wider. You can share it with someone you love. It plants a seed of renewal in their life. You can subscribe. It is like keeping a lamp lit in the night, ensuring you never lose your way when the next word of light arrives. And yes, if you feel moved, you can even give donata, sow a seed. Not because you are forced, not because it's required, but because generosity is like rain on the soil. It multiplies life. Your gift is not a transaction. It is water poured onto a growing tree, helping its roots sink deeper so its shade can cover more people. And each drop of water you pour is remembered in heaven, echoing like ripples on a still lake, reaching further than your eyes can see. Chosen one, hear this clearly. You are free, free to receive, free to give, free to walk away. Nothing here is demanded. Everything is invitation. And when giving comes from a willing heart, it becomes a song that heaven hears. There was once a chosen one who listened in a weary season. They were uplifted by the words, strengthened in their spirit, and quietly they decided to pour back to sow into the very well that had refreshed them. They said later it felt like planting a seed in soil that I knew would never fail to bear fruit. That is the spirit behind donation. It is planting, not payment. So if you feel led, let your support be like sunlight on a field, ensuring more seeds can rise. And if not, receive freely, because the gift of eternal youth is not for sale. It flows from the heart of God, and it is given without cost. Chosen one, you are part of a divine story. Your flame is precious. Your strength is sacred. Your renewal unstoppable. And as you step into this truth, may your spirit soar. Remember, the storm could not blow you out. The darkness could not swallow you. You are here, shining brighter than ever. Let your light remain. Let your support, whether in prayer, in sharing, in giving, be a continuation of that light. Not forced, not pressured, simply chosen, just like you, chosen one. Let this truth linger in your spirit. What you release in faith never leaves your life. It returns multiplied like echoes across a canyon. Every act of light, every seed of generosity becomes part of your eternal testimony. Chosen one, now we come to the mystery of numbers. The hidden language heaven often uses to seal its promises. Numbers are not accidents. They are patterns written into creation itself. The stars move in measured cycles. The seasons follow divine order. And even your heartbeat keeps time according to heaven's rhythm. When God whispers through numbers, he is not playing with chance. He is calling you to recognize his signature in your life. All throughout your journey, you have seen delays and breakthroughs, doors opening and doors closing. What if I told you that even in those timings, a divine sequence was at work? That your waiting was not random, but aligned with heaven's calendar. Numbers remind us that God is not chaotic. He is precise. Every step you take is measured. Every tear counted. Every victory marked. Think of Jacob, lying on the ground with a stone as his pillow, dreaming of a ladder reaching to heaven. The moment was so specific, so marked by time and place that he declared, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I was not aware of it." You too have had moments like that, where something small felt like a sign, a pattern repeating until you knew it was not coincidence. The scriptures remind us in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse 6, "Be strong and courageous." Don't let them make you feel scared or frightened. You travel with the Lord, your God. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Liz, this is a covenant promise. And today the number that seals it is 888. Why 888? Because in biblical symbolism, this number speaks of new beginnings multiplied, of resurrection, life overflowing, of eternity breaking into the present. 7 is completion, but 8 is the start of something brand new. And when a number is tripled 888, it is as if heaven is shouting. Your renewal is certain. Your youth is eternal. Your story is beginning again and again without end. Lo, chosen one, you have walked through endings, relationships that faded, seasons that closed, years you thought were lost. But endings are not your portion. You carry the mark of beginnings that never run out. Like waves on the shore, one after another, your renewal keeps coming. That is the meaning of 888. Picture a sunrise reflected on a lake. The light does not appear once and fade. It continues to shimmer, wave after wave, ripple after ripple. That is what eternal youth looks like in your life. Not a single burst of energy. Buddha continual flow, a rhythm that never stops. Let me share a story. There was a chosen one who felt completely drained, convinced they had nothing left to give. They counted the years of struggle and thought, "Surely it is too late for me." But then they began noticing the number 8 appear again and again in addresses, in dates, even in random places. At first they thought it was coincidence, but soon they realized heaven was speaking. Your new beginning is here. From that moment, strength began to return. Their laughter came back. Their spirit was alive again. And the number 888 became their banner of hope. Chosen one, the same banner is being raised over you today. Your youth is not slipping away. It is multiplying. Your energy is not fading. It is being replenished. Your story is not ending. It is restarting again and again. So here is the prophetic act I invite you into. Write in the comments the number 888. Let not be superstition, but declaration as you type it. Imagine heaven's seal being stamped over your life. This one belongs to eternal renewal. This one will never fade. Oh, remember, it is not about numbers themselves, but about alignment. When you declare 888, you are aligning with heaven's rhythm. You are saying yes to the cycles of renewal. Yes to the gift of eternal youth. Yes to beginnings that never end. Chosen one, the patterns of your life are shifting. You are moving from decline to ascent, from exhaustion to strength, from endings to beginnings. And 888 is the reminder. The echo, the sign, eternity is already written in you. Lift your eyes, breathe deeply, and know this number is not random. It is your marker, your confirmation, your seal. And as you declare it, you step boldly into the reality of endless renewal. Chosen one, let the number 888 stay close to your spirit. See it not as digits on a screen, but as a melody heaven sings over you. Each curve of the number is like a circle with no ending, a reminder that your renewal is unbroken. When you declare it, you are stepping into rhythm with eternity, where beginnings never run out and your youth is always reborn. Chosen one, now let us look into the broken mirror. For many years you have stared into reflections that did not tell the truth. The world's mirror only shows lines, shadows, and changes that seem permanent. But heaven does not look at you through glass that cracks and fades. Heaven looks at you through the lens of eternity. Think of a mirror shattered on the ground. To most, it looks useless, dangerous even because of the sharp edges. Yet when sunlight hits those shards, they scatter light across the room in ways a perfect mirror never could. The brokenness becomes brilliance. The fragments reflect more beauty than the whole chosen one. This is how God sees you, not as someone ruined by time, not as someone broken beyond repair, but as a vessel now capable of reflecting His light in 100 directions. What felt like damage has become design. There was once a chosen one who felt invisible. They looked in a mirror and saw only exhaustion and age. Their reflection seemed to tell them, "You are fading." But one day they stopped staring at the glass and started gazing upward. They realized the mirror had lied. Their eyes carried wisdom. Their smile carried resilience. Their scars carried glory. They understood that heaven's reflection is never broken. The scriptures remind us through the writings of the Apostle Paul in his first letter to the Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 12. For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part. Then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. This verse is not about shame. It is about promise. It tells you that what you see in the mirror is incomplete. It is not the whole story. You may see wrinkles, but heaven sees endurance. You may see weariness, but heaven sees a warrior who still stands. You may see years gone by, but heaven sees eternal youth already alive in your spirit. Chosen one, broken mirrors cannot tell the future. They only repeat what they think they see. But your future is not written in glass. It is written in heaven's book. And heaven's book declares renewal, vitality, strength, and glory. Consider stained glass windows in ancient cathedrals. Up close, they look like broken fragments of colored stone held together by lines of lead. But when light pours through them, they become breathtaking art, glowing with beauty that no plain glass could achieve. Your life is the same. The cracks and colors of your story were not wasted. They were placed with intention. When the light of God shines through you, the world will see beauty it cannot explain. Chosen one, stop measuring yourself by reflections that fade. The mirror on your wall cannot define you. The opinions of others cannot measure you. Even your own doubts cannot erase the truth. What defines you is the eternal word spoken over your life. The promise that your youth is being renewed, your spirit never fading, your light unbreakable. There is a freedom in accepting this. You no longer need to hide cracks or cover scars. You can let the world see them because through them shines a light stronger than perfection. What was broken has become holy. What was shattered has become sacred. Do you see it now? Every disappointment, every mark of time, every reflection that once hurt you, it was all preparing you to reflect something greater. The broken mirror no longer condemns you. It has become a testimony that you are more than what can be seen. Chosen one, the truth is simple yet profound. Heaven's reflection of you is untouched by time in eternity. Your radiance has no wrinkles, no shadows, no decay. And as that reality breaks into your present life, even your earthly reflection will begin to shift. People will look at you and wonder why you shine, why you carry peace, why your presence feels like spring after a long winter. So do not fear the broken mirror. Lift your eyes from it. See instead the light scattering in 1,000 directions, reaching places you could not have reached otherwise. That is your life now. Radiance multiplied, glory reflected, beauty revealed in fragments. Chosen one. You're not broken glass. You're a living window of light. And through you, eternal youth shines for the world to see. Chosen one. Let the world see the glow rising from every fracture. For even the sharpest edge can catch the sun. And when your life gleams with heaven's brilliance, no mirror can contain it. You become the reflection of eternity itself. Chosen one. Let's now speak of the strength of the Spirit. Flesh may grow weary. Muscles may ache. But the spirit within you has a power that does not diminish with years. It is like a hidden river flowing beneath the surface, unseen but unstoppable, carrying life even when the ground above looks barren. Have you ever watched an eagle in the sky? It does not flap desperately like smaller birds. It spreads its wings and waits for the current to lift it higher. When storms rise, it does not flee. It mounts the wind itself and soars. That is the image of your spirit. While the storms of life rage, you are not thrown down, you are lifted. The scriptures remind us in the book of Joshua 1 verse 9, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." These words are not tied to youth or age. They are tied to presence. Wherever you go, strength flows because God goes with you. This is why your spirit cannot be crushed. Flesh may falter, but spirit rises. Think of the bamboo plant. For years after planting, it shows nothing above the soil. People laugh, saying it is dead, wasting space, but beneath roots are spreading deep and wide, and then suddenly in one season it shoots upward, growing taller than trees around it. Your spirit has been like bamboo, quietly stretching, silently strengthening, hidden from eyes, but now ready to rise. There was once a chosen one who thought they had nothing left. Their body was tired, their voice weak, their hands trembling. Yet every time they closed their eyes, they felt a deep strength within an unexplainable energy that whispered, "Stand again." And each time they obeyed, they found themselves walking farther, speaking clearer, glowing brighter, what their flesh could not carry. Their spirit lifted, chosen one. This is your truth. Your spirit is your reservoir. When everything outside says you are finished, the spirit inside whispers, "Not yet." That whisper is not imagination. It is eternal strength. Sometimes you may feel like clay pots, fragile and easily broken. But even clay pots can carry treasure. Your spirit is the treasure within, and it is that treasure which sustains you. People may see weakness, but heaven sees the glow of an unbreakable flame. Strength of spirit is not loud. It does not always roar. Sometimes it is the quiet endurance, the refusal to quit, the choice to rise one more time. It is the reason you survived nights that should have broken you, mornings that felt impossible, seasons that try to drain you. Your spirit is proof that you are carried by something greater than yourself. Chosen one, recognize the authority you carry. When the spirit within is alive, age loses its grip. The body bends, but the spirit stands tall. The world cannot explain why you keep shining, why you keep walking forward, why you look alive even after all you've been through. But you know it is the strength of God's spirit burning inside you. Think of fire beneath ashes. From the outside, it looks as though the flame has died, but stir it once. Breathe upon it, and sparks rise again, growing into flame that can heat an entire house. That is your spirit. What looked dormant was never gone. It only waited for breath. And now the breath of God is stirring you again, turning embers into roaring fire. Chosen one, you're not defined by what has weakened. You are defined by what has endured. And what has endured is your spirit. The strength you carry is not temporary. It is eternal, because it flows from the Eternal One. Lift your heart to this truth. You are stronger than you feel. You are greater than you think. You are younger than you appear. For strength is not measured in muscles, but in resilience. Not in appearances, but in light. Not in numbers, but in eternity. So let your spirit rise. Let storms come. Let time pass. Let shadows try to cover you. None of it can erase what is within. For the strength of your spirit is everlasting, and it will carry you into renewal again and again without end. Chosen one, remember this. The spirit within you is the true fountain of youth. Every time you choose to rise, you drink from it. Every time you breathe hope instead of despair, you grow stronger. Let your inner river flow freely because it is eternal and it will never run dry. Chosen one, now the crown of unfading glory comes into focus. This crown is not made of metal that rusts or jewels that lose their shine. It is woven from endurance, faith, and light. It is the mark heaven places upon those who refuse to surrender when shadows try to overwhelm them. Think of a torchbearer running through the night. The wind pushes, the darkness presses, but the flame in their hand never goes out. That torch is not only for them. It lights the path for others to follow. In the same way, your crown is not for vanity, but for purpose. It declares that your life itself has become a guiding fire. There was a chosen one who lived through endless disappointments. Opportunities were taken from him, years stolen by hardship, and still they did not bow to despair. When their breakthrough finally arrived, people asked, "How are you still shining?" "Because the light within me never belonged to me," they said. It came from above. Their crown was evident not on their head, but rather in the way they instilled calm in every space they visited. The first letter of Peter serves as a reminder from the scriptures. Verse 4 of chapter 5, "And you will be given the crown of splendor that will last forever when the head shepherd shows up." No one was selected. Take note of the promise. A crown that will always be there. The benefits of the world deteriorate. Fampus, beauty fades, but your beauty endures forever, unaffected by the passing of time. People see you differently because of this. They sense it, even if they can't put it into words. A timeless ambience, a luminosity that transcends the ages. Despite being unseen, your crown is indisputable. While some wear crowns of riches or position that fall apart when put to the test, it shines in your fortitude, compassion, and optimism. Every storm you face just makes yours brighter. Consider the rainbow that emerges after a downpour. You can't touch it or hold it, but its beauty is undeniable. That's what your crown is, an arc of light that never goes out. Evidence that storms are not supreme. Let this reality sink in, chosen one. There is no distant future where your crown is waiting. It's already on top of you. You polished it every time you opted for forgiveness over resentment. You made it stronger every time you got back up after falling. You added a new gem each time you shone light in a shadowy area. Avoid comparing your crown to someone else's. Each one is made in a different way and tells the tale of the struggles you have overcome. No one else has traveled your journey. Thus, what you carry cannot be duplicated. And your splendor shines so brightly because of your individuality. Now stop. Enjoy this moment since it's more than just listening. Just 3 words should be written in the comments. My crown is gleaming. These phrases are a statement of acknowledgement rather than pride. You're not claiming that you won the championship on your own. You are accepting the honor bestowed to you by your selector. When you write, "My crown shines," you are saying, "My story is not wasted. My battles have meaning. My life reflects eternal youth and glory that does not fade." Chosen one, carry this crown with humility and courage, for it is both a gift and a responsibility. You shine so others can see. You endure so others can hope. You are glory so others can believe in renewal. And as you walk forward, remember the crown on your life is unshakable, unstealable, and unending. It rests on you now and will only burn brighter in eternity. Chosen one, imagine walking through a battlefield after the noise has faded. Around you are the remnants of struggle. Yet on your head rests a crown untouched by the dust. That crown is your testimony. It declares you survived what tried to consume you. Your crown shines not because life was easy, but because you endured. Each jewel represents a prayer whispered in the night. Each gleam moment you chose faith over fear. Wear it boldly, not for vanity, but for victory. For your crown is proof. Eternal youth and glory live within you. Unfading and unstoppable. Chosen one, never hide your crown. Let its brilliance speak when words fail. Let its glow comfort those still wandering in shadows. For when they see your light, they will realize hope is real. And in that moment, your crown becomes more than yours. It becomes a beacon for many chosen one. Now we speak of the battle for your future. This battle has not been fought only in your mind or in your body, but in the unseen. Darkness has tried again and again to steal your years, to cut short your story, to drain away your youth, but every attempt has failed. You're still here, You are proof that heaven's plan cannot be erased. Think of a tree standing in the middle of a storm. The wind rips at its branches. The rain pounds against its bark. Lightning strikes nearby me. Yet when the storm passes, the tree is still rooted, still alive. Some branches may have broken, but deep within, new growth is already forming. That tree is you. Storms have come, but you remain rooted, and your roots are drinking from eternal waters that cannot dry up. There was once a chosen one who almost surrendered their future. They believed too many years had been lost, too many mistakes made, too many opportunities stolen. But God restored. The very years that seemed wasted were returned in double measure. Joy came back. Strength surged again. And what once looked impossible became their living testimony. Their battle did not end in loss. It ended in renewal. The scriptures remind us in the book of Joel chapter 2, verse 25, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Chosen one, this is the promise over you. Every year the enemy tried to rob. Every moment you thought was gone forever. Heaven has marked them for restoration. You are not moving toward emptiness. You're moving toward overflow. And here, let me speak to your heart with honesty. Messages like these are not just words in the air. They are streams of living water. And streams flow best when the riverbed is kept clear. That is why I gently invite you into something beyond listening. If this word has been refreshing you, you can like this message. It is like adding wood to the fire, keeping the flame burning brighter. You can share it with someone you love. It is like handing them a lantern in their night. You can subscribe. It is like planting a tree beside the river, ensuring that you always have shade and fruit for the journey ahead. And yes, if you feel led, you can even donate soft pour back into the well. Not because you must, but because generosity is like rain falling on a field. It ensures more seeds rise for others still waiting. Imagine your gift as a drop of water falling into a still pond. The ripples reach far beyond where the drop touched, touching lives you may never see. That is the beauty of giving. It is unseen love multiplying quietly in eternity. Think of it this way. A traveler once found shelter under a great oak tree. When they left, they poured water at its roots. Why? Because they wanted the tree to live, to be shade for the next weary soul. That is what your giving does. It is not payment. It is planting. It is a free, beautiful choice. And if you do nothing but listen, know this. The gift is already yours. Eternal youth is freely given, freely poured out. But if you choose to respond, your action becomes part of the story, like adding your own brush stroke to the canvas. Heaven is painting chosen one. The battle for your future is real, but the victory is already sealed. Every time you rise, every time you believe again, every time you refuse to let despair steal your voice, you're claiming territory the enemy thought he had taken. See your life as a field once stripped bare by locusts. But now green shoots are pushing up again. Flowers are returning. Fruit is forming. The field is not barren anymore. It is alive, richer than before. That is what restoration looks like. That is what your future holds. So lift your eyes. Do not count the losses. Count the promises. Do not mourn the years. Celebrate the restoration. You are stepping into a season where what was stolen will be repaid, and your youth will rise stronger than it ever was. Chosen one, the battle for your future was never about defeat. It was about proving that the flame in you cannot be extinguished. And now as you stand here, know this truth. You're already walking in victory. Chosen one, take this truth with you. The battle for your future is already won. And every step you take forward is a song of victory. Do not measure by losses, but by promises. Do not fear the days ahead, for renewal, restoration, and radiance are already waiting for you, chosen one. Let us turn now to the reason your renewal carries such weight. You are chosen not only for yourself, but for generations. The gift of eternal youth upon you is not meant to stop with you. It flows outward, touching lives you may never meet. Think of a candle lit in a dark house alone. It shines enough for one room, but when it lights another candle and then another, soon the whole house glows. Your vitality, your resilience, your light, it is contagious. Others draw strength from you, even when they do not realize it. Perhaps you have noticed this before. People watch you endure and wonder, how are they still standing? They see you smile after storms, laugh after losses, REA after felts. They may not say it aloud, but your life becomes a silent sermon. And in their hearts, something shifts. They believe maybe they too can endure. There is a chosen one who thought their struggles were personal and private. Yet everywhere they went, younger ones observed them quietly. They saw how this person did not crumble, how they carried grace under pressure. Years later, those younger ones confessed, "We believe we could keep going because you kept going without knowing it." For many, one life became a pillar. Your renewal is important for this reason. Others see strength in you when you walk in it. Others discover that rejuvenation is possible when you rejuvenate your youth. Positions and titles have little bearing on generational influence. It has to do with legacy. What you leave in your will is not your legacy. You put in people's hearts. The book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 22, serves as a reminder. A decent person gives their offspring an inheritance. No, inheritance is not only about having money. It is inherited faith. Courage was given. Knowledge was given. Your everlasting youth transforms into others' eternal hope. People realize that their narrative is not over when they see you luminous with vigor despite the years. They learn that optimism endures despite growing older. Selected 1. Consider a stone that has been dropped into a lake. Outward, circles extend much beyond the point of entry of the stone. That's your life. Every choice to get back up, every deed of compassion, and every refusal to give up have an impact on lives far and wide. Heaven can see the rings growing, even if you can't always see the result. Imagine a garden. When you plant one tree, many people are covered by its shade. In its branches, birds construct nests. Kids sleep under it. You could have planted a shelter for yourself, but travelers discover it. However, the tree turned into a boon for everyone in its path. Similarly, your regeneration becomes into a front for other people. Selected 1. You are bearing more than just your own fate. You are bearing generations' worth of hope. The struggles you have overcome are not in vain. These are tales that will serve as a guidance for others. Your journey is not the only purpose of the light you carry. It serves as a lantern for several feet. Don't undervalue this. A grin was delivered, along with what you would consider to be minor remarks spoken casually. A silent act of fortitude might be the one thing that someone else needs. Although they don't usually sprout right away, seeds never perish in the ground. Many believe their season of influence was over, yet another chosen one had a long life. However, a generation of new leaders were inspired by their compassion in their latter years. They left no wealth in their wake. Long after they were gone, however, their souls still breathed in others. Those who came after them experienced a renewal of their youth. This is your share, chosen one. Vanity is not eternal youth. It's inherited. It's the power that doesn't go away, the light that won't go out. Generations later, the testimony is unabated. What you release today, you will carry. So raise your eyes. You are living for more than just your own rejuvenation. You are laying the groundwork for other people. In their hands, the crown on your head turns into a torch. Their feet use the power in your stride as a roadmap. Selected 1. You underestimate the scope of your existence, and heaven plans to replicate every gift of youth you possess through you into future generations. Selected 1. Now look beyond yourself. I can endure because they believed. Just think of the generations who haven't been born yet who will one day murmur, because they endured. I'm able to believe. Not only your miracle is your rejuvenation. It is a legacy that has been recorded throughout time. A living legacy that endures forever. Selected 1. The words you utter have power. Sound is not the only thing your mouth conveys. Creation, life and death, strength and weakness, hope and despair are all carried by it. Depending on what you say, they all rise or fall. For this reason, heaven asks you to speak as well as to listen, to accept as well as to release. Your body hears you when you open your lips to announce renewal. It's in line with your spirit. The sound of trust even makes the air around you sway. Words are not meaningless. They're seeds, and all sowed seeds will eventually bring fruit. Imagine rain pouring on a dry surface. The earth first seems to be unaltered, but seeds are stirring under the dirt. Shoots thrust upward. Green life is back. Your pronouncements accomplish that. They resurrect what seemed dead by watering what is concealed. A selected one dwelt in quiet for many years, talking in terms of loss all the time. I'm worn out. I'm finished. I'm becoming old. Their morale deteriorated. In other words, it was starving, not failing. However, I was revitalized when they discovered how to proclaim life. I have strength. Once again, everything changed. Their body reacted. Their eyes were glowing, and their soul was burning brighter. Age could not touch. The book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 10, serves as a reminder. Because you believe and are justified with your heart, and you confess your faith and are saved with your tongue. Your mouth is more than simply a place to breathe, you know. It is a heavenly instrument. Doors open, walls quiver, and shackles snap as you speak. With each word of the declaration of regeneration, you enter endless youth. Imagine a harp playing quietly in a deserted hallway. It seems to be dead. However, the whole room comes alive with singing as the strings are touched. Likewise, your voice breaks the stillness. It transforms death into life, despair into hope, and nothingness into music. Thus, this is your momentary prophetic deed. Use your fingers to indicate what heaven is saying about you. Put the number 1 in the comments section. Why this particular number? Since 111 emphasizes harmony, congruence, and oneness with God's purpose. One voice, one road, one heart. Repetition becomes an indication that your life is neither fragmented but unified, whole yet fractured, and always refreshed rather than fading. Writing 111 involves more than simply inputting numbers. You are saying, my spirit is aligned. My body and soul walk in unity with eternal youth. My future is one with heaven's design. Am chosen one. Do not underestimate the act. Heaven honors alignment. And every time you agree with heaven, your body, soul, and spirit come into order. Your declarations are rivers flowing out of you. They refresh not only you, but those around you. They ripple into your household, into your future, even into generations not yet born. Each word is a seed. Each number a sign. Each declaration a stone laid into the eternal house of your destiny. Chosen one, speak boldly. Write 111 as your seal. Let it echo in your spirit. I am aligned. I am renewed. I am timeless. For your words today are not whispers in the dark. They are pillars of light that will stand forever. Chosen one, let us go even deeper. The number 111 is not just a sequence. It is a reminder that your life is aligned with divine order. One voice with heaven, one step with destiny, one heartbeat with eternity. Each one is a pillar, and together they stand like a gate opening into renewal. Think of 3 trees standing in a row alone. Each is strong, but together. Their roots intertwine. Their branches interlace, and their shade multiplies. That is the picture of 111. It is the sign that your spirit, soul, and body are no longer divided. They are joined, moving as one. Every time you declare 111, you are refusing fragmentation. You are saying, I will not be torn by fear. Doubt will not separate me. I live whole, united strong. And when you live whole, you live young because youth is the power of integration. When every part of you flows together in life. So let the number 111 rest in your heart like a song. Whisper it in your spirit when you wake. Carry it like a banner in your day. For this number is not digits. It is a declaration of unity and a seal of eternal youth. Chosen one, let's now speak of wounds turned into wisdom. You know the pain of cuts that run deep, of memories that sting, of moments that seem too heavy to carry. For a long time, you may have seen those wounds as scars that disfigured your story. But heaven sees them differently. Heaven calls them maps, guides etched into your life that lead not to shame, but to wisdom. Think of a tree struck by lightning. Its bark splits, its branches burn, yet the roots remain over time. The wound closes and the scar becomes part of the trunk. That tree still stands taller and stronger, and the mark of fire becomes proof that it survived the storm. Your wounds are the same. They do not erase your strength. They prove it. There was once a chosen one who carried deep wounds, betrayals, losses, words spoken that pierced like arrows. They wanted to forget to bury the memories. But later those very wounds became the wisdom they shared with others. Their voice carried weight not because of theories, but because of scars. People listened because they knew this was someone who had truly walked through fire and come out shining. The scriptures remind us in the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 4. He comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. Chosen one. Your comfort is not meant to stay locked inside you. The healing you have received becomes healing for others. Your scars are not shameful. They are sacred. They show that what tried to destroy you only made you stronger. Think of ancient maps drawn not on perfect parchment, but on weathered skins marked with lines and folds. Those imperfections made them durable, guiding travelers across oceans and deserts. In the same way, the marks on your soul make you a guide. Others who are lost can look to you and find their way. Wisdom is not born in ease. It is carved from nights when you prayed without words, from days when you walked through valleys you thought would swallow you whole. Every step, every tear, every ache became ink on the map you now carry. And that map is priceless because it leads others out of the same darkness. Chosen one, I see your scars differently now. They are not signs of weakness, but of endurance. They are not evidence of defeat, but of victory. Each one whispers, you survived. You overcame. You carry light no storm could put out. Even the smallest wounds carry lessons. A cut teaches you where to be careful. A fall teaches you how to rise. A heartbreak teaches you where true love abides. Over time, these lessons weave together into wisdom no book could teach. Your scars also shine with beauty. In the art of kinugi, broken pottery is repaired with veins of gold. The cracks are not hidden, but highlighted, making the vessel more valuable than before. This is your life. You are now flashing gold lines where you were shattered. Grace rebuilt me here, each one informing the world. Keep this in mind, chosen one. Being wise does not mean being all-knowing. It's about being knowledgeable enough to mentor others. And you have that talent because of your scars. There is hope when you look at someone else and say, I understand. I've been there. It is impossible to fake that level of insight. It bears the burden of the real truth. Raise your head, because your scars are gleaming. Make them visible. Let them talk, because they now convey the tale of change rather than the story of suffering. You're more than simply a survivor now. You are a chosen one, a teacher, a light, and a guide. Youth that fades will always be sought for by the world. Beauty that fades. However, you possess a distinct kind of youth. Everlasting, bright, and rooted on knowledge derived from injuries. Furthermore, that knowledge will never dwindle, wrinkle, or be selected. Take a moment to breathe. Feel your story's weight, but take note of how bright it is now. You're not bound by a chain on your voyage. In your palms, a lamp is shining. Each scar you bear serves as oil for that lamp, sustaining its blaze. People will follow you, and they will see your light in their darkness. Your wounds are important because of this. They are love-wrapped knowledge that is prepared to lead and console. Additionally, keep in mind that your scars are no longer a reminder of your past losses as you move ahead. They are shining avenues that provide hope to others. Now enter the dance of light, chosen one. Not all renewals are serious or burdensome. It is often joyful, lively, and dazzling. You've been holding onto your burden for far too long, waiting for the ideal opportunity to breathe. However, heaven serves as a reminder that happiness is not the ultimate goal. It is the journey's inherent strength. Imagine sunlight filtering through leaves on a walk through a forest. As the trees shake, the beams change, creating seemingly dancing patterns on the ground. Your life is shown there, with light penetrating and creating beauty even in the most basic actions. There was a chosen one who was burdened by grief. Their joy was buried, and their days were drab. However, a little change occurred one day. For the first time in years, they grinned as they saw a songbird outside their window. Laughing turned into strength, and that grin turned into laughing. Others soon noticed a shift in the mood when they walked into a room. It wasn't because their situation had improved. It was as a result of the dance of light they carried inside themselves. Pain is not ignored by joy. Joy changes it. Joy enables you to see beauty afresh by taking what was shattered. Joy renews youth for this reason. Those with bitter hearts age before their time. A heart that laughs easily, however, never ages. Chapter 30, verse 11 of the book of Psalms serves as a reminder. My sadness became dancing because of you. You took off my sackcloth and joyfully dressed me. No one was selected. Take note of the wording. Dancing renewal is not a rigorous, methodical process. It's free, without restraint, similar like a kid whirling in the sun. That's why choosing joy makes your soul feel lighter. You weren't supposed to walk hunched over in grief. You were designed to move in time with the illumination. Imagine a river glistening in the sunlight. Water doesn't fight back. It swirls and twists around rocks, reflecting light wherever it goes. That is your inner light dance. There is no need for life to be inflexible. When pleasure propels you, even challenges may become a part of the beat. You're always young in spirit as well as strength. Children are happy because they are trusting. They chuckle rapidly. They dance without worrying about criticism. You are experiencing a renewal of this same energy. Heaven is making you laugh again. Not petty laughter, but profoundly restorative delight. Selected one. An whole environment may be altered by your presence. Light starts to spread as soon as you enter a crowded room. When you say something nice, people start laughing. Remember what it's like to believe again by keeping hope in your eyes. This is how light's power dances through you. It is not motionless. It spreads outward. Imagine fireflies by themselves on a summer nighttime field. Even though each glimmer is little, when combined, they provide a breathtaking image. A quiet symphony of lights rising and falling. One of the lights selected to give the night rhythm is you. Your dancing isn't just for you either. It motivates others to shine as well. There is no performance in the dance of light. It's there. It's the way you silently convey delight. Your eye's ability to shine even after crying. When others see only darkness, you choose to see beauty. You shine because of this. You stay youthful because of this. Selected one. Don't be.